Hello and welcome to the third round of the 2025 Discraft Great Lakes Open presented by Garrett J. Verberg Company. We're out here at Tobaggan Disc Golf Course in Milford, Michigan at Kensington Metro Park. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
Honk.
And it's moving day, it's cut day. Gotta move or you're gonna get cut. We have the same lead card as yesterday. Before we get into it, we have our first of 3 Pound and JomezPro collab bags. Nice little fanny pack action. I'll let you model that here. Beautiful. Limited quantities are available at JomezPro.com, so check them out. Love that. Holyn leading the way, 2 strokes over own Scoggins, and 3 over Missy Gannon, 4 over Paige Pierce. Always interesting to have the same exact card as the day before. It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, especially recently, we see so much movement from FPO. Let's get things started on hole 1. It's a par 3 at 516 feet, not something you see very much. Big downhill shot, but the downhill does not help quite enough to get all the way to the circle. We see maybe 1 birdie a day, and that's very rare even that. There's out of bounds just behind the basket and to the right of it. It's also elevated on a mound where both sides roll towards out of bounds. Usually we have a headwind.
Halfway home, she's your leader once more. At 11 under par from Grapevine, Texas, Holyn Handley.
Holyn with plenty of accolades, defending champ of this event. She is able to get a forehand, usually down into circle 2. She has so much power. It was nice. The wind, as you can see, chilled out a lot. From yesterday.
Yeah, it picked up as the day went on.
Sure.
You noticed it as you moved into the round. It was a little bit sooner for these lead card competitors. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the first few holes was nice.
She's a former D-Glow champion, a 5-time Masters World Champion, and she is the newly crowned FPO World Champion from Los Angeles.
So weird to see Owen's putting stats be so low, but she's kind of had trouble on these uphill putts that this course presents, so we'll see if she can correct that today. Obviously, she's still playing well. And that's just fine for par.
From Beacon, New York, Missy Gannon.
Missy's really telling me fall is here with that outfit.
I love Missy's fall outfits. We usually don't get to see them till we are playing at Smuggler's Notch. Let's really get a full pan of that outfit. Yesterday, Missy threw out of bounds on the right side. Today, she makes the correction. And
oh my.
Are you? No.
That's insane. She bases it? What a shot. Missy going Big Z Cicada here, and this absolutely deserves a follow flight. The only birdie we've seen is from Paige Pierce, and Paige had to make a putt from circle 2, I believe.
We've never seen someone hit the basket.
Insane.
This is crazy. And thankfully, it has a little bit of a good roll, I guess, as good as it can be. That was really close to out of bounds for a second.
Champion and a 5-time world champion from Pensacola, Florida, Paige Pierce.
Man, that was just a crazy shot.
I know.
Missy.
I was going to say Paige, the only one to birdie it so far, but what?
Yeah, like. Usually you see people's best shots landing in circle 2 on the left side of the pin. You just don't see people coming in on the right side or the straight side like we see from Missy. That was incredible.
Yeah, like Paige's shot, so good.
Yeah.
And she's outside circle 2. Insane. And Missy knows it.
Yeah, here's Owen. She threw the forehand, so that does come up a little shorter. It's the safe play. It's the smart play. But just to really hammer it in, only 6 competitors got to circle 2 in regulation. Even Holyn not able to get to circle 2 in regulation. Only 2 competitors got to circle 1 in regulation. So, wow, Missy, bring in the heat.
Paige just going to lay this one up.
This, again, played as the most difficult hole of the day.
Bummer.
That's a tough putt to have on the first hole, too.
Yeah, especially after basing it. You'd like that to stay close. Anyone else get it?
Yeah, there was only 1 birdie. Cadence Burge absolutely parked it.
Nice.
Yeah, she teed off right behind my card, and the crowd went wild.
I bet.
Like, it was such a loud roar.
Probably sounded almost like an ace or a throw-in kind of a roar because no one does this.
But it was like as we were still walking to the tee pad, so I was like, what is happening
back
there?
And round of pars, extraordinarily typical on hole 1.
And good, because we have, let's see, 50% of the field taking a bogey or worse.
Oof, ouch.
Averaged at 3/4 of a stroke over par. Might be ready for a little bit of a redesign.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if they change much for Worlds next year. Hole 2, an uphill par 4, 426 feet. You want to get up on the hill as high as you can, ideally a little bit more on the right side so you don't have bad footing on that left side berm. You still can usually make something work. The pin is kind of in the secondary position that we've seen in previous years. It used to be elevated, now it's not. We used to play it right at the top of the hill, now it's a bit farther back and a bit harder to reach, but it's still one that most FPO are drawing up for having a birdie look.
Yeah, even if you throw a really big tee shot, it is tough to get all the way up there at the right angle that you need to get to the basket. Those 3 big trees on the right side are really great guardians from just throwing a hyzer. But Holyn has been getting so far up the hill that she's almost able to just throw a little chip sidearm.
Yeah, playing a different game. This is a more typical spot. Owen getting the friendly roll from the berm. Nope, unfriendly. Neutral, actually.
I saw that from Hannah Wynn today, too. She hit the berm, rolled out, and then started rolling down the hill, and then thankfully rolled back into the berm and then rolled back out.
Whoa.
It was crazy.
A lot of action. Love to see a follow flight on that one. Missy in a decent spot. Paige also getting way up here like Holyn. She was able to throw a fierce upshot yesterday. This has good power, but is obviously too far to the right side. She'll still have a chance to get a birdie from there.
I feel like if there's going to change this hole, they're just going to add roped OB on both sides.
Oh, don't give them any ideas. Man, I want to use that new pin to the right. I'm telling you.
It looks cool.
It does look cool.
I didn't play it in practice, but I'm very curious about it.
Oh, I did. It's fun.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Here's Paige from the right side. Owen not quite able to get up to the top of the hill. The footing in this area is pretty rough. You can tell they thinned out this little area right here recently. There's a lot of vines and thorns that you kind of have to contend with on your run up.
Missy putting the height on it just like you need to get all the way up there.
Oh my God.
Missy's on one. She's playing a different kind of game today.
She's on one. 2 holes in, 2 replays for Missy Gannon.
I mean, 2 basket hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Doing different stuff. Holyn with that standstill layup play. She's so far up there, the footing's like flatter. That's crazy.
And what a pretty little touchy backhand approach shot coming in nice and soft into the bullseye.
This is kind of what we saw from Paige all day yesterday, just a little out of position. She had trouble converting, had a lot of pars yesterday. Hopefully she'll be able to score a bit better today.
She was all over the basket, dead center. That was the first kind of misfire we've seen from Paige on the putting green.
Owen also going to have to settle for par on this one.
This played as the third easiest hole of the day. There were 16 birdies, 35% of the field. Looks like there was a couple cards that unfortunately didn't have scorekeepers today. So the stats are only for 39 of the competitors.
Holyn and Missy with absolute tap-in birdies. Missy gonna tie it up with Owen, 3 strokes back of Holyn.
Get ready for the biggest Disc Golf Pro Tour season yet. 2026 is set to feature epic battles, new places, and new faces. The countdown is on. One tour, every player, every fan. The 2026 DGPT season starts now.
Hole 3, a big downhill shot, probably one of the most famous holes on this course. It's 915 feet, this downhill shot. You can make any sort of decision on what you want to do. Some people throw distance drivers all the way out to the flat. Some people just pull out a mid-range or a putter, throw their second shot somewhere in here, and then their third is a little 250 foot shot up to this green. They elevated the basket this year so you can see it from more spots on the fairway. Yeah, out of bounds all the way down the left and right side with that little bubble that is kind of like the eagle guardian, but we will see some eagles on this hole.
Yeah, Paige had a look at it. Trying to think if she got the eagle. I don't think so. Wow, this is huge from Holyn.
Huge.
Yeah, that's where
And in the fairway.
a lot of FPO are landing on their second shots. That's so crazy.
That was incredible.
ESP Sagara. Missy flipping one up. This might challenge that left side, but I think it should be fine. Yeah, no problem.
He had a little bit of a headwind with some left to right cross maybe as well, but it was at this point in the round not enough to really think about it. Owen gonna vaporize through some branches, and she, for her first time, not land on the tall grass berm.
Yeah, she's just throwing that rock 3. You don't have to go crazy to get the birdie.
Paige with a hyzer flip play,
Pretty.
getting a full flight.
Love that.
She's going to be on the right side of the fairway, which has a tendency to make the second shot a little tougher if you're going for it, but Paige has every bit of distance you need.
Oh, yeah, Holyn did eagle this yesterday, and Paige has had a look but hasn't eagled it, I don't think.
Here's Owen's second shot, probably about 10 feet past Holyn's drive. Playing it the way that most of FPO plays. This is a very common landing area for the second shot. Missy flirted with this corner yesterday as well. But makes good. She landed farther on the tee and the second shot than yesterday.
Paige definitely thinking eagle here. Put some nice height on it. Good angle. Love it.
Wow.
That'll help with that dry spell, huh? Oh, forehand. Ooh, and a slip from Holyn, although it still looks perfect. I swear she's so good at that. Just like the old slip park job.
Yeah, on the ground, but also on the basket.
She just wants attention, right?
Yeah. She wants praise and pity.
She wants it all. I'm gonna just be barely outside the circle for her birdie bid. Missy with a pretty lame eagle attempt. Just kidding, it's a really good birdie. Here's Owen for birdie. Yep.
Paige with the eagle look. Circle one.
Nice.
She's in. She's one of 4 eagles.
Wow.
Today. Yeah, calm conditions were friendly. Holyn Handley is parked. Ella Hansen got it from 14 feet, and Addison Woodard from 25 feet.
Nice. And yeah, Holyn absolutely parked for hers. Okay.
It's
What's
crazy.
a star frame with 2 eagles?
I saw it.
What do we?
Double steagle.
Yeah.
It's crazy because there's 4 eagles, but there's also only 15 birdies.
Huh.
Yeah.
Strange stats.
It's a hard hole.
It is.
Unless you can do that huge tee shot. Most people, again, throw in mid-ranges off the tee, and then the birdie feels really good. And it's even tough. You can see Owen had to make a circle 2 putt for it.
Hole 4, a par 4, 508 feet. The drone flying the left gap, which requires a very technical line, either a hyzer flip that gets a late drift or perhaps a little forced over. There's a hyzer route on the right as well that Owen has been taking. Second shot's tough going uphill with some logs in the way, so you can't really get the ground play, and there's some low ceiling action as well. So oftentimes you see the second shots come up just a little short and leave a putt for that birdie, but at only 508 feet, it is attackable. It's just not necessarily one you're banking on. And Holyn's been messing with this tree every day. Paige went roller yesterday, does it again today. She's the only person that I know of that does this play.
I love the play. Man, that thing goes far too. It cooks for a while. She is going to be in the rough on the right side, but she's far enough down that I don't think it's going to matter that much.
Yeah.
Like, she might even be able to get up on the green.
Let her cook. Oh, what a pretty shot for Missy.
She looks like she might miss that landing zone. We'll see. It's a weird one. You got to be just a touch shorter than that or push a little bit further into the tree line.
The hyzer hasn't really worked for Owen the last 2 days. She's going to switch it up and try to throw the flex forehand, but that's fading too far to the right.
It's funny.
Kind of where she's been landing,
I was about to say
actually.
she's landing in the exact same spot.
Good change. She's laughing about it, too. And usually at best from here, you're maybe getting the circle 2. You see how low Holyn has to throw it with that super low ceiling.
This one is one that you're not seeing a ton of bogeys on it, but you're also not seeing a ton of birdies. So it plays like middle of the pack, but you're celebrating if you get this birdie.
Absolutely. Even a circle 2 look feels great on this one.
Yeah, it's not quite necessarily a hard hole,
Yeah.
but it's not that birdieable. But I still like this hole. I
do too.
I have no notes. I think they've done a nice job with the design on this one. I think
Yeah.
it plays really well for FPO as well.
I agree. Paige gonna have a birdie look.
Yeah, what a good shot from the rough there.
Let me see what she's rolling here. ESP Heat.
She really is cooking.
Nice.
This is a scary little approach shot. You can see it drops off behind the basket. Holyn does a great job coming in softly. My caddy said today he watched 2 guys yesterday throw approach shots that made it on the other side of the fairway of 5.
Oof.
I know. Like they were
No touch.
coming in hot. Yeah. Just such a steep drop off. Paige looking right at it on this putt.
Coming up short on that birdie bid.
No one going to be able to find the birdie on our lead card. There were only 6 birdies today on the day, with only 5 people getting to circle 1 in regulation. 19 got to circle 2. So yeah, this green's just tough to get to. Shout out to all the people on the course that honked today. There were so many of you.
They came out in force.
They did. The flock stopped by on their migration, and we heard you guys. On to the prettiest hole on the course, and also the most brutal hole on the course for FPO, one of them. It's the 3rd most difficult hole of the day. It always plays pretty high up there, just because this downhill doesn't quite come into play enough to make the 480 feet of ground cover able to be covered effectively without a really, really high risk distance driver shot that most competitors decide is not worth it. If you catch any of the trees, left side's brutal, right side's a little bit better, but not much because of the checkerboard effect over there. You see a lot of players just trying to get something on the ground and then relying on that second shot. Holyn, one of the few to really go huge, and she is actually gets a pretty nice little kick down to the edge of the fairway.
Yeah, you're pretty happy with that result for sure. Oof, Paige, really late. She was early yesterday. This will probably look a little better, but still most likely it's got to be a bogey from
That
there,
early
at
side,
best.
yeah, the left side is scarring enough to make you rip to the right like that.
Missy working down the right side of the fairway. That's way
Thrashing.
down there. Thrashing. Gosh, you're right. What am I doing? I'm off my game, but I'm glad you're on it.
Owen gonna try a forehand.
This is what she did all last year. She's been trying the backhand and it hasn't really worked. This is like a nice way to get about 3/4 of the way down there, and that late right side isn't too bad.
Yeah, and she's one of the best scramblers in the game, so she'll be fine even a little bit in the rough. Paige in a brutal spot right here.
Wow, getting really aggressive still. I like this.
Me too. This is cool.
Wow.
That's disc golf. I love that shot. Aggressive enough to get out in the middle of the fairway, but not quite enough to get the finish back. She's going to settle for a long throw in.
Wow, Holyn with one heck of a scramble.
So good. I was saying today, I think it's almost better to be farther back or to the right like Ona is, so that you can open this gap up. Because if you're close and you have to just throw a soft shot through that gap, it's
intimidating.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
The way the trees are, it's like almost better to be further back and come in hot.
Paige's third.
You see this so often,
Yep.
catching that big guardian tree.
Do you know that was going to happen? You were just talking about it.
No,
that
no.
awkward little soft shot.
I know everyone feels this way.
Yeah.
Missy being to the right side is another advantage here. Most players going to be a little bit more left, and it's just a weird shot. It's played as the 3rd most difficult hole of the day. Only one competitor got to circle 1 in regulation. Really nice bogey putt from Paige. Only 4 competitors got to circle 2 in regulation.
Yeah, Paige doing some really good work here to minimize the damage. What a great putt.
Oh my gosh, 54% of the field with a single bogey.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's wild.
It's, yeah, the tweenerest tweener that ever tweened. Infamously.
It's not even a tweener.
Between a 3 and a 4?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
not
guess.
quite a 4,
Yeah.
but it
I mean,
definitely ain't a 3.
Over half the field got a 4.
What did it average?
3.57.
Sounds tweenery.
But not the tweenerest tweener we've ever seen.
Wow. Okay.
But it's definitely
Splitting hairs sounds to me. Let's move on.
I think that they could either move the basket back a little bit or tuck it around more to the left if they were considering that par 4. It does kind of come close to the next tee pad, but I don't know. I think that could be a cool par 4.
I think it would make sense for us to have it as a par 4, and
Yeah.
it'd be close to the MPO tee pad, not the FPO tee pad.
Oh, yeah.
And have it left, like you said. I think
Oh my
that'd be
gosh,
awesome.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
I'm submitting.
It's your idea.
I'm
I'm agreeing.
no wonder I love it. Look at Silva Saarinen just breaking this hole up into 2 perfect chunks, right inside the bullseye for a tap-in birdie. I'm submitting some feedback for Worlds, and I feel like that would be cool. That would be cooler than a shortening the pin.
It's really a good idea.
Look at us working together.
Missy clean 2 down round, moving up to solo second again. 4 strokes though, back of Holyn.
Hard to keep up when she's 3 down with an eagle.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Here's what we saw. Silva just birdie with those 2 perfect shots. Like Silva, most ladies gonna just lay up to the top of this hill for the good footing, though you can get aggressive and get down the hill if you would like. Just usually leaves you with some weird footing and strange lines. Second shot sets up really nicely for a forehand or a turning backhand shot. The main thing you gotta consider is the ground play on the left to right sloping hill. You see a lot of just kind of trickle off to that right side or land just outside the circle. So this is a really nice scoreable one at 419. It's kind of fun to do a technical short par 4. We really don't have any of these on tour.
Yeah, not that many.
Yeah.
At least not on. We do on some of the woods courses, but it's
That's
cool
true.
that they've sprinkled one in here.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is fun and really appropriately challenged. It does have a tendency to play as one of the easier holes, but it's definitely not easy.
Yeah.
It's not one that I'm guaranteeing. I get mad if I don't have a putt, but it's so easy. We've seen the lead card even flub this one up a bunch of different ways. This landing zone is so small. Both Owen and Holyn kind of filtering down the hill. It'll make for a funky stance on the second shot, but thankfully it's in the wide open.
Paige making the correction from yesterday. She's got a wide open look with her fierce.
Pretty.
Yeah, beautiful turning shot.
It just kind of blends in with the sun-dappled leaves.
Don't speak poetry to me right now. I'm trying to focus. Missy trying to replicate. Yep, very nice. I would say the forehand maybe is slightly more common on the second. I guess, is it 50-50?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I would have said more forehands until I watched all my cards this weekend, and I see a lot of backhands on it too.
Yeah.
The
And it's because the
forehands-
forehand does this.
Yeah.
If you miss.
Yeah, it can be very sketchy if you don't come in hot enough. Soft enough. Opposite. And this putt that you're left with is
Ooh.
brutal.
Oh, what an effort. Yeah, this is, 15 feet uphill? Mm-hmm. It feels like a 60-footer just outside the circle.
Oh, man. This basket is just denying. A scary putt from Owen. That was right at the big drop-off. Missy dealing with the same vantage point here.
No problem. Missy putting together a super clean start here. She's kind of been sprinkling them in as she goes, getting a bogey here or there, but she's looking very dialed today. And a good connection from Paige.
Working our way back to even par. Oh, wait, no. She's back under par.
2 under. Yeah.
2 under par.
Yeah,
oh,
she
the
got that eagle. Our
Yeah.
eagle's cool,
Yeah.
everyone.
And that's the first day that we've seen the lead card play that hole really well. Everyone on the card.
True.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a struggle.
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Hole 7, a difficult par 4 because of the out of bounds all the way down the left and right side. Always has been a really cool wooded hole, but add that out of bounds and you just don't see as many players taking the risk to get the birdie. The pinch point is what is on everyone's mind, usually on the second shot when you're a little bit out of position. The tee shot is pretty tough, just the tiniest bit uphill, and you see players often just kind of accidentally throwing their shot directly into the side of the hill and then forced to reckon with a layup that can be very challenging.
Missy's been throwing this tee shot so perfectly. This looks even better than prior days.
So far.
Got that one on lock. Paige working the right side too hard. She needs a good break to stay in bounds, and wow, she gets it. Be interesting, though, to see if she attacks from there. It's super risky with that pinch point.
Oh, Holyn doesn't like it out of her hand. That is fading right towards OB.
Into us. Oh, she's actually safe. Weird spot, though, she says, really. Owen's been ending up on the left in between those trees every day, and looks like a similar story today. Yeah. Pushing that OB. Oh, Paige actually up the hill enough to be able to really go for it. Still a little awkward bit of footing there, but she makes really nice work of that one.
Holyn pinch, she's just going to lay up. This is a super smart play here. Strokes can stack quickly in this little pinch point area.
Owen looking like she's getting aggressive here. That's a faster speed disc, and she's throwing straight at out of bounds and not going to get the good break here.
There were only 7 birdies on hole 7, and it's one hole that not a lot of people birdie. Kind of funny to see Owen go for that, but she wants to win, so she's putting the pedal to the metal where she's gotta. Missy coming in hot, checks up nicely though on the back side of the green.
Yeah, Owen successfully made it from a little bit better positioning off to that left side the last 2 days, so I kind of get it, but she was looking at a wall of trees there.
Yep.
Holyn just taking her medicine here, lays up for the par.
Owen gonna have to settle for bogey at best here. Nice little chip shot.
It does feel really lame to lay up. I'll say that as someone who laid up every day.
I had to lay up one of the days, and yeah, it's no fun. Also, it's a hard layup.
I know that's how Holyn left it kind of short.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
You kind of have to. Yep.
And a nice tester putt there from Holyn to save that par.
Missy to take one on Holyn. Oh, yeah. To bring it within 2. That's the closest it's been in a hot minute.
Yeah, Missy is looking unstoppable right now.
Is there some money on the line for this one?
There's got to be. There must be some added cash we don't know about.
Paige with that tap-in birdie. Gonna slide up to solo third. 4 strokes back to the lead. Hole 8. One of the shortest par 4s. Can't remember if it's the shortest at this moment. Forehand off the tee works great. Slow speed. Backhand also works really well. You want to get past this one tree on the right and have a nice clear look up this hill. It does have some OB on the left side that can come into play. And if you are messing around with that tree off your drive, it can be difficult to get up there. This is one that if you aren't birdieing, you're like, what am I even doing? I should just retire. But if you're going backhand off the tee, it's really easy to find that out of bounds.
Yeah, and when my card came through today, it was a pretty ripping headwind left to right, which makes this shot a lot more difficult, forehand or backhand.
Paige really trusting this fierce, pushing that OB, but she's going to check up in time. And going to be in a good spot. Holyn has been trying to eagle this every day. She's throwing it so much harder and farther than anyone else is throwing this forehand. Oh, and showing us the normal forehand. 70 feet shorter of Holyn.
This played as the second easiest hole of the day. Half the field taking a birdie or better.
Oh, interesting.
Nice little backhand chip shot from Paige. Missy going to opt for that forehand. We've been seeing her throw this all the time. It's real buttery. This one just a little wide, but still inside the circle.
Oh, man. You, did the teaser, and I was like, is this it?
That was a really great shot.
I mean, it's got to be a throw-in. No one's getting even to circle 2. Holland's probably the closest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Alexis Mandajano. She threw it in from 143 feet for eagle.
Cool.
So cool.
And a nice birdie and turkey from Missy. Gonna move to 5 down through 8 on fire. The best we've seen out here is 9 down from Paige and Holyn in day 1.
I want someone to get a 4 in a row so bad.
Oh, I bet I know why.
Yeah, you know why.
Because of all the turkeys walking around the course. I'm just kidding.
There are so many turkeys.
There are a
out
lot.
there.
I see them every morning.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tobaggan Disc Golf Course is in a greater area of Kensington Metro Park. It's one of Detroit's metro parks, and it is such an incredible park. Like, outside of this disc golf course is some of the most beautiful property you will see in Michigan. Lakes, hills.
A lot of, if you wake up early enough like me, you see the fog coming off the water in the morning.
It was like cooking off the fog.
It was nice.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. There's lots of cool bike paths and running paths, nature trails, you name it. And it is enormous. So fun place to explore.
And our second star frame of the round, so
Cool.
$100 to Edge Disc Golf.
Yeah. Let's wrap up the front 9 with this par 3. You don't want to go early left. You don't want to go to the right at all. I think the best play if you don't have a huge distance shot is to just kind of throw it as far as you can at the ground and then work your chip shot from there. You don't see a lot of competitors getting all the way there because of how tight of a shot it is, and really tough shot with distance drivers from this big of a hill, especially with the very unpredictable wind. Missy, though, thrashing
Thrashing hard.
one of the few people that can reliably throw this shot, she's going to come up in circle 2.
That was a bizarre little backwards kick from a rock.
Yeah, there's a whole little gully of rocks there.
Oh.
I learned about them today.
Yeah, sounds personal. Paige, gonna be late enough left where hopefully she has something. Definitely not happy with that effort. Holyn's been throwing this Athena super well, and this also looks so good.
She's one of the few competitors that can go pure hyzer on this line. She's got the distance for it, and it's always so perfect. Oh, and working a flex. It gets some wind bounces. That needs to get down a little bit. Oh, it's far enough that it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Paige.
Oh, no.
In there.
I thought she was far enough, too.
Wow, what an out.
Wait, I want to see that again.
That was
so
crazy.
bad.
How many thorns do you think she just battled to throw that shot?
Is that like a falling putt forehand
yeah.
kind of a thing?
Yeah, full layout on a
Man.
forehand, which I have personally never seen
I don't
before.
think I've seen that. I don't think I've thrown that.
Wow, it's saying something, honestly. You do
Yeah.
some weird stuff out there. I'm just kidding.
No, I do.
I'm not
some
kidding. It's
weird
true.
stuff, yeah. Well, my chin has been in the dirt a couple times this weekend on my follow-throughs. Missy doing what we do on this hole, getting to circle 2 and laying up. That's the fun part about hole 9. Look, Holyn's doing it too. It's super fun. There were only 9 competitors that got to circle 2 in regulation. No one got it to circle 1 in regulation. No birdies.
On with a bit of a slow start for her, even par through the front 9. She did kind of have a slow start in round 1 as well and was able to put the pedal to the metal on the back.
What a recovery from Paige.
No kidding.
That is so cool.
Falling forehand to a really confident putt on an elevated pin.
It bumps me out because hole 9 just ruined the chance of 2 different 4-in-a-rows
It's true.
for Missy and Paige.
Par is good on
Heck
hole
yeah.
9.
It sure is.
Missy Gannon with the current hot round 5 down through 9. She's 2 strokes back of Holyn. Those two pulling them away a little bit from their card mates.
Yeah, Paige has a couple as well. It does get a little windier on the back 9. You definitely start to feel it on the hilly holes, and as we work more out in the open on the last handful of holes. Cut line is down around 23, I believe.
Yep.
Lots of stuff happening down there. Yeah, we have 9 more holes on cut day, on moving day, on whatever you want to call this beautiful Saturday.
It sure is. And yeah, join us on the back. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We are your 2 hockeys.
Honk. And please help us out. Get to 500,000 subscribers on the Jomez YouTube. Hit that button, ding that bell, be our fan. See you in the back. Honk.